While playing the Stairway to Heaven backwards, I'm here to explain that I grew up in a satanic household with demon worshippers, and my soul has never been freed from them because they are oppressing me, and so are all those other people who are in unity with Satan and the devil. They come in many forms, some come in smiles, and right now I'm playing Led Zeppelin's Stairway to Heaven backwards so you can really understand the subliminal messaging that's been ingrained into my life ever since I was a child. I saw my parents doing satanic things when I was 3 years old, and they wanted to sacrifice me, and they have sacrificed me in many ways. And my life has been up and down, and it wasn't for some good spirits communicating with me, but when I was a teenager, that really did save my soul and changed my life. However, that did not stop the demonic entities from having their influence and trying to take advantage of me further. I've been neglected spiritually, and I've done my best to get rid of these spirits, but it has not worked. And I'm here with humility to share my story and how some good spirits have two people in my life, have these great men in my life, Jerry and Silas, who was my spirit guide, and Jerry is my earthly father, a gentleman from Louisiana who I met during my teen years, whom I love extraordinarily. And I feel really oppressed right now. I understand who's doing the oppression. I grew up in a satanic household. Led Zeppelin's being played backwards. All these rock artists and all these movie stars and all these other things, subliminal messaging. Um, there is no real freedom. This is a prison. Everybody's mind is in a prison, and this is the Matrix. And I understand that I was deceived ever since I was a child. Those are not my real parents. They are demons disguised as humans. Nothing about them is really humane, and I feel oppressed. I know that I don't have freedom in my life. Nobody does. Everybody is satanic, has some pact with the devil. This is how we all got here, because we love demonic activities. And in the Bible, it says that, Satan tempted humans to do what they want to do. That's like the wish, like Anton LaVey and some of the other Satanists out there who preach that do whatever you want, and when you do whatever you want, you don't live a pure life according to God. God is all about purity. Don't forget it. Then you will see that your life is in shambles and that you're in unity with the devil. That's exactly what happened to me through no will of my own. Actually, it is the will of my own, because I came down to earth, you know, and I left my spiritual place in heaven. I left my spiritual place, but I could always go back, That's why people die. And I've been communicating with a spirit being, my spirit guide Silas. I have him tattooed on my chest when I was 18 years old, and I was in Los Angeles when I was 19 years old. I visited his gravesite in Los Angeles, so he's a powerful figure and even more powerful in the spirit world. And he communicates with me and my family have had uh, um, I can't even say it because they're probably blocking it right now through their demonic activities. But they did not like him. They don't like what he represents. They don't believe that he is a figure of love. They think he's deceptive, and I'm sure there's other people who think that as well. Um, but I'm being oppressed right now by some people who should have been protecting me. But in this world, there is no true protection. There's a lot of demonic activities, and there's no escaping it. There is no escaping it. I don't care where in the world you go. There is no escaping it. You have to bring your own happiness, your own version of success. You have to rewrite. You have to constantly rewrite success, or it's gonna eat you up. This world's gonna eat you up. The people around you are, you're looking at them. They are satanic, and I've been influenced by these kind of people, and I have no real freedom in my life. And there's people out there looking for me right now, and they know why my life has been like this, because they're controlling it. They waited for me to be out in public and to use my images to make sacrifices and take my clothing and do rituals and then have a voodoo doll and do all sorts of things. I have no break from this. I'm oppressed, and I'm coming out in humility and trying to become one with God and the godly forces. But as humans, we can never be as close to God as we really want to be. And so this is what's barring me. And I can only do so much, and I really love my spiritual figures who've been guiding me, and they are not perfect. Neither am I. I understand that they can't have all the answers to everything. That there's gonna be some highs and lows in life, and that's inevitable. But to know that my family is oppressing me, and some other people who, virtually everyone I meet has some type of satanic agenda before I even meet them. This is why I can really feel the energy of the room, and I get the dreams, and I can see things. Um, this is why I'm playing Led Zeppelin, Stairway to Heaven, and other rock songs backwards, so I can really understand like the demonic activity that's taking place, the flower of life. Um, I put symbols on my page, and now I'm being referred to as a queen because people understand divinity. There's a certain code in life. There's pyramids. There's different shapes, like sacred geometry, and things being played backwards. It's all an illusion. This is the Matrix, and every single time you try to escape the Matrix, someone will try to put you down and make you feel like you're doing something wrong because you want to be free. Like your soul wants to be free from this illusion that people keep creating illusions, and I'm out of it. I want to be out of it, and I don't mind if my end comes early. I really don't, because I know I'm going back to God. I'm going back to purity, and my spirit guides Silas and Jerry, my earthly dad, whom I have not had communication with. People are going missing. I feel like because of the spirit demonic activities, my kids died, and I've had different things happen to me, and different influences because there are satanic pacts. When I was a teenager living with my parents, I had this really amazing, really really wicked like feeling. I was levitating toward the ceiling. I was levitating. My body was levitating, and then a paper I was writing on passed. Was floating inside the room. So I know that they were doing some satanic, demonic sacrifice. They've been sacrificing me ever since I was a child. I saw fire inside the house. I've seen things. They're really, really demonic people, and then they're not my real parents. They were put in to substitute God's love. There's no substitute really. So this is all demonic people running around. There's lizards living underneath Los Angeles. There's aliens living underneath California. And I've come face to face with the devil. The devil tried to take me out multiple times, never tried. People come with smiles, and nobody is really protecting me. And they're not protected themselves, so there's really no way they can protect somebody else. And my life has been in constant fear, and people are after me, and I have no rest. I have no freedom from this kind of stuff. I'm being oppressed right now, and so is everybody else. So I'm not the only one. But respect and a way out. I'm gonna make sure I get this either way. There's only so much I can do right now, and the Stairway to Heaven playing backwards is ending right now. All those spiritism, that will all come to an end when God will silence those kind of people from oppressing me. Taking my clothing, taking my spirit, my photos, my videos, and then perversing them, making them seem wicked, making them seem perverted. When that's not what I'm about. They twisted my version of love, and my messages of love and unity are all that's being played in backwards. It's like every time I speak, they hear something backwards. So maybe it's like a devil trying to come out or something, but that's not my intention at all. I come from a good place, but that's getting perverted. And it's tough to see people betray me, and it's not really them. It's like a devil that's inside of them, and there's no freedom from this kind of stuff.